Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Apex Racing TV and to the PenPower Euro V8 Supercars Championship. Good evening, everybody. I'm Andrew Woodhouse alongside iRacing Pro Series driver Alex Simpson and Blancpain Endurance World Championship driver as well. And Alex, Donington Park, we return to England. It's a national circuit, and it should be a good fun race here as it always is.
Yeah, quick drive up the M1 for me today, straight from Silverstone to Donington for the commentary for this one. It's a pleasure to be here as always. Love Donington as well. What a fantastic circuit. They were mentioning in the Pro Series that we have the best circuit in the UK, and I think they're right, hands down, because Donington just another absolute fantastic circuit. Held some legendary races here, and of course this week we've got the V8 Supercars as well.
Yeah, touring car racing, single seaters, sports cars, everything's really come through here and provided some great racing for the fans and for the viewers at home, and hopefully we can do the same here with just 2 race meetings to go in the PenPower Euro V8 Supercars. Alex, rounds 17 and 18 are upon us, and looking at the championship standings, and Michael Taliancic, well, he's running away with it. He's got 3,237 points, and he could pretty much wrap up the championship. He could possibly wrap up the championship today.
Yeah, well, I mean,
There's 450 points available, so...
Yeah, I mean, there's a few people got drops, isn't there? We'll have a quick look just to see how that works out. But actually, I think you're right. I think a good race meeting here could well get him, the championship. So you will have to keep an eye out on that and work out the points and things like that. So and get some clarifications from Clyde and that after the event.
Because we don't have the scores available to us in the commentary box, so that's something that will happen obviously at the end of the season once everybody's drop rounds have counted. However, one thing that Michael Taliancic has not done is stick it on pole. In fact, that goes to Johnny Brandon, and we see Johnny Brandon quite a lot recently on Apex Racing TV, Alex, and he's been impressive nearly every time.
He has doing a great job again today. So just noticed for some reason the video was not set as public. So I've done that now. So apologies for that. I'll quickly post it on Facebook as well, just to get it out there a little bit. So.
All right, so we're just about to go down to the grid then, and I'll read that to you. Johnny Brandon on pole, Michael Taliancic second, Victor Morrison in third, Chris Jackson in fourth, Martin Carroll in fifth, Stephen Lattimore sixth, seventh for Michael Evdoka eighth, Domen Gantar, Andres Perez in ninth, Kim Holter in 10th. Klaus Winter is 11th with Nikolai Bogachev in 12th, Adam McNally 13th, 14th Steve Lavallee, 15th Katie Taranto, 16th Peter Bingham, 17th Anthony Woodward, Richard Warmingham in 18th, Carson Peachman 19th, 20th Igor Bembig, 21st Clyde Whiting, Johan Venter in 22nd, Bill Switzer 23rd, John Roberts 24th, Ronald Moons 25th, 26th Gary Croft. At the back is David Hirado, Dave Jansen and Stephen Phillips. Okay, so just the last few cars forming up on the grid here at Donington National. We're almost set for the start here in, well, the last but 4 round of the season. Here we go. 20 laps of Donington National. It's going to be fast and furious here. Green light is on. Brilliant start by Johnny Brandon. Look how he pulled away from the front row. Victor Morrison, who's on third position, he's got a poor start. He already got passed there by Chris Jackson. Jackson going through into second place. Past the championship leader, Taliancic.
Good launch from Jackson as well. Will be very aggressive. We know how good he is after last meeting. So it wasn't last week, but
a brilliant start by Brandon though.
Oh, just hooked it up, didn't he? We didn't really catch it. The words wasn't the best angle to see. We needed like a nice aerial one just to see him pull away, I think.
Fairly hectic near the rear of the field.
Through the old hairpin. Everybody's got a bit of space, so it looks okay. Got a bit of side by side. That's Richard Warmington and Peter Bingham. And further back we've got Pitchman. Issue for him. Oh dear, we've got a car on its, well, almost on its side. And
Dave Jansen's in the gravel and Gary Croft as well.
yeah, everyone just got involved in that, didn't they? So, and that really come down from Carsten being just very slow, and then not realizing that people are going to go around the outside of him there. So,
not always the easiest car to just take the green flag and be immediately fast in, though. It's one of those cars where it's a pretty difficult one to drive. As we say every week, pretty much here. Johnny Brandon leading, then Chris Jackson second, Michael Taliancic in third, Victor Morrison in fourth, Martin Carroll fifth after one lap. This 20 laps is going to fly by, Alex. It's going to be absolutely tremendous here, I think.
Yeah, of course, the little short circuit, so no GP section, and the guys will see some serious two-wheel action from the V8s. That's one thing that the car is absolutely famous for, and I can't wait to see these guys absolutely launch it over that final chicane.
Find the leader, and we'll see. He's almost approaching it. He's going through the DRS zone then, which of course not active here, but this is where it is for the F1 cars, and let's see it bouncing across these curbs. See what we get. Oh, it was a bit reserved there. That was.
I was about to say that was tame. Come on.
That was the fast. That's obviously the fast line, mate, but not the spectacular one.
Yeah, we want it for the style. Come on, no points for that one.
He knows better than us, I guess, on that one.
Oh, what's that going on just behind? That was Carroll, I think, and Morjan.
Yeah, Carroll going through into. Oh no, in fact, nearly going through. Sorry, on Morjan. Gantar is just behind. It's been a good season for Gantar. Currently sits in third in the championship. Stephen Lattimore is here this week, but he's down to 13th place. What a poor start from him. Sixth on the grid, Alex.
Yeah, so
and they've Docker as well. I wonder if they got into something together.
Yeah, maybe. So I'm not really sure why they dropped so many places, but yeah, it looked all clean on the first couple of laps. So top three starting to stretch their legs a little bit now. Oh, that's a little bit more aggressive on the inside curve. I think it's going to be
McNally. McNally spins, goes across the chicane, and somebody's through the middle there. That was crazy. Well, it worked really, really well. To get past McNally. Who is that in the yellow and pink car inside? That is Katie Taranto. Good move there. That's about 3 positions gained just in those few corners for Katie. So on fire here.
Just watching it back on replay. Yeah, so McNally gets all sideways, and then we'll see Katie come through. Oh yeah, straight through them. Oh, I thought for them through for the middle. Just the one.
Just the one, but it did manage to develop into another place just further around the lap.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, into turn one. Good move.
I think I've raced against Katie here. I think it possibly in the old V8 Supercar series we used to run here. Quick driver, and everyone's quick in this series, let's be honest. Oh, that was some aggressive attacking of the curbs there by the top three there.
McNally side by side again. Doka's there.
And the problem you've got, Alex, is you know that this car, it's quite sensitive on tyres. And McNally, of course, having the spin, it's going to take a while for those to recover.
Yeah, he's going to be a good couple of laps, I think, before he gets him into his zone. Oh, as who was that just behind? Got a spinner further back as well. I think that was the 020, Steve, Peter Bingham. They were very close to coming together going into turn one as well. But
Ronald Moons is round, Alex.
Moons, let's have a look, see what happened.
That's what you saw, but I couldn't see what happened to him.
No, I just saw it on the timing screen, to be fair. What happened there? Oh, I just got a little tiniest. He sort of nudged the boosted car in front of him, and it just upset the balance of the car, and the rear come around. And
is that John Roberts? I think it might have been.
I think it was Roberts. Yeah.
Good to see John out there always.
Gets around as well, doesn't he, old John?
Yeah, that's it. As does Michael and Johnny as well. We see them often. In fact, we've seen them in the touring cars. We've seen them in. Were they in the Mazda as well? Oh, the World GTs they're in though.
Who's off? Somebody's off the circuit there. I'm not sure who.
Oh, that is Bogachev.
not one of our leaders, so we carry on watching this battle
He's
then for 4th and 5th.
He's a lap down now, so something's happened to Nikolai. I'm not sure what that is. You can see it on the camera, unfortunately.
So we've got Ganter in this battle, and of course he's winning the pro division of the championship at the moment. Klaus Winter in 2nd place. Winter in 8th at this one, so at the moment Dorman doing exactly what he needs to do.
And Ganter getting past Carroll, so I wonder if Carroll had a slowdown there, mate.
Yeah, maybe.
It looked like he got past him easily. Pretty easy. Perez up in 7th. I wonder if he's going to go for that long strategy again like he did a few races ago, which seemed to work well for him. Was it Monza? I don't remember exactly where it was, but I'm sure Perez stayed out a long time as Taranto getting really sideways coming out of the final corner. In fact, that might give a sniff to Stephen Lattimore, who's made his way back up to 10th from... He started 6th, he went down to about 13th, and now back up to 10th.
And Lattimore as well, just to go through some of the other bits and standings, leading the AM Championship as well at the moment as well.
Needs a good result there, mate.
Yeah. He needs to catch up on Victor though. Victor not too many points behind him, and currently ahead of him on the circuit.
Yep. Good battle here, Bingham and Lavallee. Oh, and Steve having a look up the inside. That is 2 UK and Ireland drivers battling it out, and behind them is Stephen Phillips, who's American. I like this series as well, actually. We've got people from all over the globe competing, and yeah, it's the Euro V8s, but it's the European time zone, but plenty of different drivers from different countries.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny that, you know, it is called the Euro V8 and we get people from all over in it as well. So, there's Phillips darts from one way to the other, trying to work some space down into, sorry, that was Steve just ahead.
Lavallee, yeah.
Yeah, so Bingham he didn't twitch at all, did he, Bingham? And he was like, what are you doing?
Bingham, yeah, just that's like the game where you tend to hit somebody and they don't move, you know, it's that kind of thing. And, but now what's Bingham going to do to defend here from Steve Lavallee?
Gap at the front just sort of building up as well.
Oh, the inside, Phillips.
Cheeky.
Good move, surprise.
Yeah, exactly that. Did just surprise him. Didn't think that was coming, did he, at all?
That is really good. That is what we like to see. That was an excellent move into... oh, dear me. Is that Redgate? Not Redgate.
Isn't that McLean's?
Yeah, it's McLean's. Sorry, not Redgate. Yes. Let's go. Dear me. That one brain cell I've got, it needs some company in there.
Perez very, very close here for 6th place.
Oh, Morrison, he's dropped right down. Must have had an issue because he was in front of Carroll. And now he's behind Carroll, just in front of Perez. I wonder if it was just a good move by Carroll, because I think they've all dropped back. 8.5 seconds now between Brandon in 1st and Gantar in 4th. So he's got some work to do, Doman.
Gaggle we were watching earlier, battling again. Bingham and Phillips. So Phillips actually has got past Bingham now as well, so moved himself up to 14th. So looking good for Stephen Phillips.
Yeah, yeah, very good indeed.
Up 14 spots actually.
Good pace. Good pace early on in the race from him, and we've got and Steve Lavallee is having a look. See if he can get past Bingham. Oh, he's got a good run here though. Nice exit from the chicane. It's going to get the slipstream. Already half race distance. Is he going to have a look? Oh, he pokes the nose out. Oh, releases the brake. Lovely move.
Someone locked up big time in front of them as well, didn't he?
But Steve Lavallee did not, and that's why he was successful in the overtake. Beautiful example, Alex, of how he didn't brake too much later than what Bingham did, but he just released the brake enough. Still got it turning. Lovely move.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Textbook stuff, really, there.
Excellent.
What's Martin Carroll doing right now? Lap time wise, was he any quicker? Just a hair quicker than Ganter ahead of him. So those guys are pretty much nip and tuck.
It was a
They
bit
are
slower than
actually.
Gantar, actually, Alex. So
Sorry, I was looking at fastest. That's my mistake.
just a tiny bit slow on the previous lap, just a tiny bit slower. Let's see what it is this time. 107.2 for Gantar, so he's picking the pace up. 107.2 for Carroll. So Carroll definitely capable of staying with Gantar. He's not the best qualifier, this Gantar, but seems to get it done in the races. He'd be dangerous if he started on the front row, I tell you now.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Like someone else we know in the commentary box.
Yeah, I'm rubbish at the first 4 or 5 laps, and I don't care to admit it either, really.
The qualifying as well. Oh dear.
Oh, Macaulay today was shocking. But never mind.
Hey, look, P3. You can't argue with that.
Yeah, we digress. I'll take the champagne at the end. Thank you.
Indeed. I'm sure you will. Take it to Milton Keynes with you.
Celebrating style.
That's it. I was going to say actually, just very quickly. Obviously, you bore witness to the massive pile-up at Macau earlier.
Yes, that's exactly what the Pro Series start looked like.
That
Just
is
worse.
They must have been taking inspiration from it. What a smash that was, though.
Crazy.
And all it started was when somebody just brushed the wall. It just clipped a wall on the inside, went into the tyre barrier, got a bit stuck there instead of bouncing off it, and yeah, everyone else just piles in because they can't say anything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what can happen. You know, we see this in some of the league races that we broadcast. These things happen, and people just absolutely moan and kick off about it and say, what's going on? This is amateurish and all this sort of stuff. It can happen just the same in real racing.
It happened for the professionals, didn't it, today?
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely, that was just at the same level. I mean,
so the Watkins Glen one that we had, though, it's the same.
That was
people
crazy.
just kept going into it, and
The car I felt most sorry for on that one was the Audi that seemed to take the brunt of it. The one that kept getting whacked further up in the air every time somebody else piled in.
I think that was Lucas Di Grassi.
I was like, oh my god,
And he ended up getting lodged in the air, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think in the end, yeah. He wouldn't have been happy with that, but again, nobody's fault really. I mean, just a mistake.
Just think of that repair bill.
Oh man, the guy who crashed at the front will be feeling a little bit guilty tonight, I would imagine. So let's have a look then. Johnny Brandon, he won't be feeling guilty at all because he leads by 1.6 seconds. It has come down a little bit actually. So Taljancic, let's have a look at the last couple of laps. Brandon 7.2, 7.2, 7.4. Taljancic 7.0, 6.9 and 7.4. So just turning the screw a little bit. He's got 8 laps to go. He's got a chance of getting to him, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think just carry on whacking this this sort of pace just a little bit, put some pressure on, maybe see a little twitch from Brandon or something like that, and he's going to be back sort of in the striking range. We have been joined by a special guest again, Mr. Tony Clisterman. Welcome to the booth, my friend. Myself.
Good afternoon, guys.
And yeah, well, obviously, first off, how's the injury?
It's stabilized. It's not getting any better, and it's not getting any worse. So I guess that's good news in a way.
And the top 3 of this one, obviously, you come in halfway through. They're very nip and tuck at the minute right now. 7 laps to go. Can you see any changes happening?
I don't know. I see Chris and Michael both gaining a little bit on Johnny in the last couple of laps. So, there might be something to happen in the last lap or two.
And this place with this car, I mean, obviously, it's known pretty much as a touring car circuit now. I think some great races there, but I think the V8s, you can have some good races here.
Yeah, and I think there's really only a couple of places where you can get a decent opportunity for a pass. So we'll have to see if at the chicane, the entrance to the chicane, or at the first corner, something happens.
What I love about Donington is that I think there are, even though there are not many obvious passing places, I think you can work opportunities pretty much all the way around the course, and I think that's why, but again, Alex, you've got to do what Steve Phillips did and maybe surprise somebody a little bit.
I think so for the other places, drivers make a little mistake and then you've just got to pounce, haven't you?
Like
So-
the old hairpin, for instance, it's not really a place to overtake, but if you commit to it, you've got a good opportunity. You can see now the lead is down to 1 second, and this is where it might get quite interesting because, and I will say, Alex, for Johnny Brandon to come into the series, and I don't know if this is his first meeting or maybe his second, but for him to come in and be this quick with drivers who've driven the car all season in this series is very impressive.
it is.
I don't know how much he's done in the past, but
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be exactly my question. You know, how many races has he done? Because he looks very familiar with his car right now.
Tony, do we know how many?
Oh, well, who's that?
Oh,
Look at
that's
that. Someone's blown.
It's a spinner, and it's Venter, I think, is it?
Yeah, Venter, sorry. Let's see if we can get a little replay of what happened there. Oh, well, something started off in the chicane. And it's a terrible. Oh no, absolute terrible rejoin, and whoever it was that he hit, I don't know who it was that he hit.
Oh, off goes Jackson. Back on.
And it was Bembic that he hit. It was just a lousy rejoin, Andrew. Absolutely lousy. Not what we want to see at all. You know?
No. But that's name and shame time now on Apex Racing TV. Bad rejoin, Confessions Corner. Something similar. We've got 4.5 laps to go here. Johnny Brandon by 1.2, so a good lap from him this time. Chris Jackson in third, fourth for Ganta, and fifth for Martin Carroll. And these two really, Tony, since they managed to get through on the likes of Morijon, they have just stabilised the gap at 8.5 seconds. They haven't really got any closer, but a good sign for them and for the reverse grid races. They haven't lost any time to the leaders.
Yeah, and Martin, I see that he's only a half second behind Dolman. Martin, I've raced with Martin a number of times. Very, very good racer, and he'll look for an opportunity to take advantage of it for sure. And I had a look. Brandon has done 4 races so far this year, 2 full weekends.
There we go.
Do you know if he's done much in the past?
Not on the
Or have you seen
V8,
him around?
but in some of the GT series, I believe he has a lot of experience. Has a very high rating.
He's been in a lot of our series as well. We've seen him a lot recently. Johnny Brandon. Steve Lattimore, incidentally, Alex, up to 8th place now, so he might be able to get Perez before the end. He's got 3 laps in which to do it at the end of this one.
Yeah. Oh, well, who's that going off?
It's Winter. And that's a couple of seconds lost for Klaus Winter.
Managed to save it. I've seen a lot of people lose it there on the exit of
Strange one,
McLean's.
that.
Yeah, it just seems like it doesn't matter what car you drive as well. If you're going to lose it there, it's on the way out, and it always spits you off to the right there. So it
doesn't seem
out
like
of the wall. That was the important thing.
Doesn't seem like a place really where I've ever gone off, but that might mean not to that side anyway. But that might just mean I'm not driving fast enough, mate.
Clearly, what's happening, mate? Just not pushing hard enough. Come on, get on it. Get on that loud
Taranto
pedal.
knows. Yeah, the loud pedal to go with the loud voice. Taranto is getting close to Winter now as well after Winter's mistake. And the lead and the gap at the front is down to 3/4 of a second. This is where it could get really interesting at the end because Chris Jackson, well, he's not in immediate challenging position for the win, but if there is something that goes on between the two leaders, he will have a chance of capitalising. And well, Tony, that'd be pretty good for Chris after he won last time out.
Yeah, very good result, and he's been deathly ill all week, so good result from him so far.
Oh well, great driving then, considering that. I mean, it's nothing worse, Alex, than trying to drive a race when you're not very well, and Johnny Brandon loses the rear.
His car in front as well, back marker. I think distracted him just a little bit there. Just a massive lock up on the way into to turn 1. Fortunately, didn't seem to slow Brandon down too much though.
Did he lock the fronts of the rears there? Maybe
Well,
a bit of both.
yeah, perhaps a bit of both there.
He seemed to lose the back end. He managed to gather it all up and show his skills in saving it. Taliancic didn't really capitalise on it, but still within 3/4 of a second. Just just 1 and a bit laps to go here at Donington Park. Oh, I think Brandon's starting to struggle with the tyres now, Alex. It's clear. Pushing hard. As he knows he's only got 3.15 kilometres, so he loses almost the rear again. He locks up into the final chicane. It's going to be the chance for Talyancic. He might be the one and only opportunity he gets to snatch victory away here in round 17. Looking round the outside. Brandon holds the inside line. Talyancic gets the cut back. He's very close to the rear of Brandon's car. Through the crane is Alex, and opportunity gone. What do we think? He's got another chance, Talyancic.
I think there's still maybe one more chance here. Brandon under a bit of pressure, but weathered that just for a moment. Just needs to make sure he hooks up McLean's here, and then
nail
Coppice as well. Yeah,
Coppice is the harder one to nail, I think.
blind corner. Obviously, you turn in, you can't see the apex at all. Can't afford a slowdown penalty. Doesn't get that.
So careful. They're so careful with the power coming out of Coppice as well.
And that's good. Michael doesn't seem to even be getting the run.
Right into the final corner then. Made a mess of it last lap around.
Don't lock up again.
He's not made a mess of... Oh, he's a bit slow through there. I don't think it's going to hurt him. It's going to be very close to the line, but Johnny Brandon wins the sprint race here at Donington Park. Fantastic job. And Tony, that's the kind of finish we like to see.
Yeah, and that's what we were expecting. Down to the last couple of laps, and Michael did take advantage. It's going to be interesting in the second race now. If the tires have gone off that much after 20 laps, and the pit stop strategy for the next race will be interesting for sure.
And Evdoka gaining a place, Alex, on the last lap as well, up to 10th place.
Yeah, good job for him. Just watching the little battle coming across.
There's quite a few.
Peter Bingham and co.
Phillips, the Valley, Holter and Bingham. Bingham ahead of Holter, actually. And then Warmingham and Peachman. Peachman was catching him at about a third of a second, but just run out of laps, really. And he will finish on the lead lap, and he will finish in 20th.
Brandon trying to get some drifts on. Gets it all wrong.
Let's have a look.
You want to be, you want to be doing your drifting in the rough, don't you? That's the thing, the four-wheel drive thing. That's the one that gets some serious drifting action going.
It is not a long cool-down lap either, so the driver's already coming into the pit lane. And I'll take you through the finishing order then for round 17 of the season. Johnny Brandon takes the win by just 0.2 of a second over Michael Talyancic, with Chris Jackson in third, Domin Gantar in fourth, and Victor Martin Carroll, rounding out the top 5. Right, that's quick. That's not quick maths. That's bad maths. Victor Morrison in sixth, Andres Perez in seventh, Stephen Lattimore eighth, Klaus Winter in ninth, and Michael Evdoka in 10th. Katie Taranto 11th, with Adamant Ali 12th, Stephen Woodward. I'm making people's names up now. Anthony Woodward 13th, Stephen Phillips 14th, Steve Lavallee in 15th, 16th for Peter Bingham, 17th Kim Holter, Kai Whiting in 18th, 19th Richard Warmingham, Carsten Peachman in 20th, Bill Switzer 21st, John Roberts 22nd, Nikolai Bogatyrev in 23rd, and then Johan Venter retired, as did Igor Bembik, Dave Janssen, Ronald Moons, and Gary Croft also retired, and David Hirado did not take the start. Got there in the end, mate.
Yeah. Faster than our timing screen as well, as that's just not quite finished.
Oh, well, there you go. That was one positive then.
So you just timed it well. That was what it was, really.
But yeah, good race, mate. And what are you expecting from the feature race now that you've seen this one?
Well, I think what Tony mentioned, the importance in this next one is going to be about the strategy. Johnny very, very quick, but just eating up his tyres a little bit. Michael looks very, very strong as well. Jackson dropped off a little bit in that one as well. So how quickly can the guys sort of work their way forward, and we'll see with the with the tyre life.
Tony, who's going to be on pole based on that?
Well, we'll need to see the spin of the wheel to decide the reverse grid. And then in the second race, I think they only need to take 5 gallons of gas sometime during the race. So the question will be, how long will the tires last, and then do they take tires, which will add a little bit of time to that pit stop.
Yeah.
Right.
What I meant to say,
Spinning the
sorry,
wheel now. Sorry.
who's going to be the last? Who's the last car eligible? Is it everybody one lap down? It is, isn't it? I think.
It's up to everybody up to 1 lap down. Correct. Everybody
so
on the lead lap. Yeah.
Oh, it's a small one, guys. Only 9th.
Klaus Winter will
It's
be very
Klaus.
happy with the spin of the wheel, and well, that's going to be very interesting indeed, because I think that's the smallest one of the season, Alex, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think I've spun one smaller than that.
All right, well there we go. So join us back here then on Apex Racing TV after the break, when we're going to see who's going to win the feature race here at Donington Park.
I can't believe the night lay waste to all we'd given, but honestly, you've gotta know that this ain't living, but we could run from Elysium and let it burn, let it burn. You've gotta know that nothing lasts forever.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Truex in the outside, contact made, 56 slides it into 4, who's gonna be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
I can't believe the night lay waste to all we'd given. But honestly, you've gotta know that this ain't living. But we could run from Elysium and let it burn, let it burn. You've gotta know that nothing lasts forever.
Welcome back, everybody, to Apex Racing TV and the PenPower Euro V8 Supercar Championship. For Donington, Andrew House with Alex Simpson and reigning champion Tony Klusterman. And Tony, since you were late to the party in the first race, mate, I'm going to bring you in this time. We have got a 40-lap race here today, and the conditions look a little bit more cloudy than they were in the first one.
Yeah, it's very cool and overcast, 19 degrees Celsius, both air temperature and track temperature. Expect the times to be quite a bit faster. I see domains down into the 105s already. So the pace will be picked up quite a bit in this race.
Alex, it was already going to be a quick race, wasn't it, with the short nature of this Donington circuit, but now even more so now that they're going 2 seconds a lap faster.
Well, yeah, that overcast condition just does that, doesn't it? It's just so much more grip. But yeah, they're going to fly out there. Might just have to recalculate some fuel figures. Obviously, with all that extra grip and traction, they'll be getting onto the gas pedal a little bit more aggressively, so they'll burn off a little bit more fuel. So they'll have to watch that. But yeah, should also make for better racing as long as it doesn't throw the balance out too much, which it can do. Just as an example, for the Pro Series race, it was like 19 degrees or something like that, and the balance shifted so much to the front of the car there that it was quite undrivable for me actually in qualifying. So this kind of a swing, you know, might be similar. Tony, you're probably the best man to ask. You know, with the cold conditions, that it shifts the balance at all?
A little bit in this car, not too much. Generally, it just really helps on the cornering grip, and we can see the times being so much faster. They will use a little bit more fuel. Initially, I thought they'd only have to take about 5 gallons on a pit stop, but they may need to take, 6.5 or 7, which is still less than what a set of tires, changing tires, will take for time. So it'll be interesting to see if they take tires.
Yeah, because it's not the longest pit lane in the world here, but neither is the lap. So it's quite a large proportion of time lost in the pits compared to the lap itself. So we'll see. Down to the grid then. Klaus Winter on pole, Stephen Lattimore second, Andres Perez in third, Tomorrow's on fourth, Martin Carroll in fifth, Domin Gantar sixth, Chris Jackson seventh, Michael Taliancic in eighth, Johnny Brandon in ninth, Michael Evdoka in 10th, 11th, Katie Taranto, 12th for Adam McNally, then Woodward, Phillips, Lavallee, Bingham, Holter, Whiting, Warmingham, Peachman, Switzer, Roberts, Bogachev, Benter, Bembick, and Moons. So we're almost ready for the start then. For round 2 of the evening, round 18 out of 20 this season. Here we go then. Revs are rising. Red lights are on.
Oh,
now then. Massive jump start by Evdoka.
have it!
Way to do it. That is the way you're going to do it. Steve Lattimore into the first corner. He's been hit by Winter, and Lattimore's around. Lattimore is in the gravel, and that could be his championship chances slipping away, Alex, with every second.
Yeah, we got to keep an eye on the points to see how many he finishes behind, but
And Winter's got severe damage, it looks like.
Yeah, struggling there. Everybody's struggling just a little bit, which surprised me. All this extra grip, I'd have thought they'd be absolutely fine. Evdoka 2.1 seconds clear. Absolute lightning off the start.
9 positions gained for Michael Evdoka, and it's a wonder why, Tony, isn't it?
Well, I couldn't believe that jump. Poor Michael Talianic, the back of his car is severely damaged.
I wonder if he hit him, did he? Because he's got some damage.
Oh, he hit him very, very hard.
I didn't see it fully because I was looking at the front of the grid. And yeah, what's he done? Oh yeah, he gave him a right whack, didn't he? Oh dear, and that. So championship leader's been hit up the rear, Alex, just right at the start of the race, and then and it wouldn't surprise me if Taliancic might have received a jump start penalty because he was hit.
Yeah,
He's in the pit lane at the moment.
I think he probably did. He's missed his box as well, so he has to back up.
That was an angry turn into the pits. That was.
I don't think he can quite believe what's happened here. No, he's away. He's away straight away. So
I mean, the one thing is Lattimore was in the gravel facing the wrong way with damage. So I suppose if there's any sort of silver lining there, then that's what that is.
what's surprising is If Doak hasn't come
Oh,
into
Woodward!
the pits yet, but
Oh,
he is going to get 3 laps to serve this. Now, I have seen weird cases of this where the driver actually gets the green lights early. It's a glitch in the
saw this in
yeah,
the
in this,
touring cars, didn't we, with
Yeah.
Steve Baxter?
so let's just hope that's not another case of that.
In 3 positions, hasn't it? If it is, got to come in now, hasn't he? No, he'll be the next lap, won't he? That he'll come in. I think you get 3 to serve it, don't you?
Yeah, and you would stay out as well if you have jumped the you know, we've always said here, if you've gone and you know you've got a penalty, then just go, because you know you got
You
to
might
try
as
and,
well.
you've got to minimise the damage. Then you're coming in for 20 seconds, take it, or you know, that's it. So, but right now, of course, out the front, he's able to let the natural, you know, battles behind stretch it out. I mean, 20th place is going to bring him, 20 seconds is going to bring him out in 20th, just in front of Clyde. So, you know, that's not too bad.
Whereas
you know,
if he'd have stayed where he was and jumped the start, then he would have
10
been looking
seconds
at
behind the pack,
28th, 29th place. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it does make sense. Of course, there'll be some that will frown upon it, saying he should just get his butt in.
Oh no, he's got to slow down, has he?
No, I don't think so. I think he's just letting him go because he knows he's coming in this lap. Well, maybe.
There's no point doing that, really, unless you come in. Yeah, and he comes. I don't see why he'd let him through, though. That's a bit silly.
Well, maybe he didn't
another
want...
2 seconds.
Yeah, but maybe he didn't want him to do a run and then force him not to be able to get to the pit lane, you know? So
It wasn't very close.
Perhaps thinking a little bit ahead.
Yeah, it wasn't close to him, really, though. I don't think. Who else is in as well? Winter is in, but I think Winter is out.
So he's back underway. Like I say, I expect him to come out just in front of Clyde. There's Clyde. I think come out well in front of Clyde.
Come out in front of Whiting, behind Benbig. So yeah, that's 20th place.
19th actually. So
is it?
You know, I mean, he's mainly in front of cars that were caught him up in that first corner. So he's still
in
at the
front
back
of
of
the
the
car
pack.
he hit. He's
Yeah.
in front of Taliancic, who he hit.
But yeah, he's still at the back of the pack. But actually, he's you know, it was the right thing to do to try and minimise what had happened there. So Carroll leads. Sorry, as we've sort of been paying a bit of attention to all that going on and when he was going to come in. So yeah, Carroll now leads. Jackson second. Brandon in third already.
Brandon's got ahead of Morrison then, and Gantar in 5th. 6th is Perez. And well, Tony, Michael Taliancic, one of the other disadvantages that he's had is he's used his fast repair already.
Yeah, just looking at his car, and he has used the fast repair, and he's all the way down 21st place. He's 30 seconds out of first. It's a tall order to get back to the front now.
It's a race he needs to win, and we've only got 35 laps to go here at Donington Park. 36.
You say that, but actually he only needs to you know, sort of keep Lattimore in check, doesn't he? He's only a couple of places up the road, so you know. It's
Sorry,
not
got
actually...
got the wrong person. Sorry, that was
Yeah, so it's not actually that bad, is it, for him?
No, sorry, he doesn't need to win the race at all. He just needs to finish it.
Here's Gantar going for a move.
If he finishes the race, he could well win the championship. Oh, and that is Benbig. Loses the car through his Lattimore. Lattimore up into 17th place. Very nearly got wiped out there, Alex.
I'm gonna have a little replay of this as well of Benbeck, see what happens. He's been in the wars, hasn't he? This one, of course, caught up in the incident in the last race through no fault of his own. He's got quite a bit of damage at this point as well, so it's probably not helped.
Oh, off goes John Roberts.
Oh. And yeah, just locked up the rears. Not that bad actually. You got away with it, but I'm not surprised they could stay at
That's
the car.
that rear bias going.
Everyone loves their rear biased.
Tony informed us as well earlier on that Anthony Woodward's racing with damaged fingers. Did he say quite badly damaged fingers as well, Tony?
Yeah, I saw the pictures. He was in the hospital.
Not
again.
It's another crap rejoin, and it's Peachman this time. That is just useless driving. Sorry, useless.
Blown engine as well because of it.
Why would you try and come back onto the circuit? Who's that? That is Woodward. And he's damaged, and now the car's damaged.
Peachman and
That is crap, and he should, to be honest, that should be a...
I'm sure the stewards will look. I'm sure the stewards will look at that. But yeah,
it
it was
whatever that gets. It should be the worst punishment we can give.
it was bad.
For making a driver retire from the race, pretty much, unless Woodward can get back to the pits. And Tony, I don't even have to ask you what about that one, and I'm not going to bother you with it. But Woodward will be so disappointed, obviously, after trying so hard to be in the race at all.
Yes, for sure. I don't know if he has a quick repair available to him or not, but certainly very disappointing.
Sadly, Peachman does as well. He does have his fast repair available to him.
I mean, we've all.
I wish this was the BSR. I'd have black flagged him for that. That was useless.
We've got we've all got the relative, and I know a lot of people go, you need to check
And
this,
we've all got eyes as well.
It's
So,
fundamental, basic stuff there, and I know when you make a mistake, you want to get back on the track as quickly as possible, but you need to check these sort of things.
You don't come into oncoming traffic. He would have seen it.
Yeah,
Surely
you can't
would have seen
afford to do this. It's not good. Well, Woodward did get his car repaired, so.
But now he's only on the one repair because he would have had, obviously, well, he hasn't got a fast repair left.
Takes a lot to get you flustered, mister. That to that degree. But so there you go.
To be honest, he can't see him on the screen from the cockpit.
It's just the relative. You just got to look on the relative.
Watch that. I've got to watch the relative.
Oh well, they're right there. I mean, he was joining the track perpendicular, wasn't he? So.
Yeah, it's not easy, but if he'd have waited another 2 seconds or so, he would have been on a clear track. And he wouldn't be down to no fast repairs either. Martin Carroll, by the way, 1.5 seconds clear of Chris Jackson at the moment.
Starting to get a bit of
pressure. And he's round again, by the way, at the final corner. Hey, mate. Not going well there. Now, let's have a look. Who is it going well for? Steve Lavallee is going very well. With seventh place, so 8 positions gained for him. Kim Holton 9 and Nikolai Bogachev 14 positions gained. So, and Richard Warmingham has made up 9 spots too. So, very good work from all those drivers out there, Alex. And they've benefited from the chaos a little bit, but still worked hard to get into that position.
Yeah.
But like yourself earlier.
Warmingham, I didn't realise, but he's actually Johnny's teammate, isn't he? So.
Yeah.
Obviously got a reasonable car underneath him, trying to work his way forward. I'm having a look at 6th place now. It's a battle for 5th actually, so getting particularly close.
Steve Lavallee in the same team as well. He's 7. Gantar is closing in on it's lap traffic now. That's Anthony Woodward. Yeah, that's kind of thrown the race off for a lot of people as that start, hasn't it? And where's Ev Docker then? 13th. He's actually only lost 3 positions.
Yes, that worked out quite well, didn't it?
It did.
Crazy. But
and he managed to. Well, he did cause the crash though of Taliacis, so I wonder if there will be a penalty for that as well, because obviously not running into anybody, Tony, maybe isn't ideal on the start, but running into the championship leader with 2 rounds to go is a little bit is a bit unfortunate.
It is, and there is a protest system, in effect that Michael would have to initiate.
Obviously, it wasn't deliberate, but it was a bit clumsy.
It was. Michael's worked his way up to 17th, but he's losing ground to the leaders. Lost 4 seconds in the last few laps, so traffic is definitely holding him up.
It's going to be interesting to see, Alex, how he forces the issue when he comes to Michael Evdoka, because if he can get to him, actually, because we know Evdoka is quick. Yeah, it might be quite a robust pass, shall we say?
Yeah, push to pass, I feel, will come into play. And
Steve
they don't have. Yeah, they don't have a. So go on.
Go on, Latimer through on Bingham. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh well, sort of.
This car's looking a
he's
little
doing it.
worse for wear,
Oh.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's not the best. Oh, Bingham up. Bingham having a look in the old hairpin. Oh, the car looks terrible. He's obviously been in the wars again. Has he? Or is that just the first incident? It might have been just from the first one, you know. His lap times are good.
Yeah,
One of those
they're consistent
sixes.
considering. Yeah.
Pretty nice lap times.
And he's not had that stop, so he will get the repair as well, so can't be better in the second stint. But yeah, I was
Sorry,
saying
mate.
it will be push to pass, but they don't have a push to pass button in this, so it'll be a literal one, I think, on the track.
It'll be the boxing glove coming out of the front of the car, won't it?
Bosch to
The
pass.
Bosch
Oh,
to
what's
pass.
Carroll? Where's he gone?
Oh no, he's not. He's not disconnected, has he, Martin Carroll? Just came round turn 1 on his merry way, and poof, gone.
Oh well, that's unfortunate to say the least.
Well, so that puts Chris Jackson into the lead, and he won a race last week, of course. And
We've battle for first now, don't we? So it's all on.
That's certainly unfortunate. Johnny Brandon's been holding about 0.6 behind Chris for the last 2 or 3 laps. So it'll be interesting to see now if he gets a bit between his teeth and goes for some clear air.
How quick does the fuel go into this car, Tony? Is it, can you sit behind, save some fuel, and have that play out as an advantage in the pits?
You can, and as I said, they're going to have to take 6-7 gallons at the pit stop. So if you can take a little less, it will definitely help. The big question will be tires, because the time it takes to take 8.5 gallons is what it takes for a tire change, and that'll be the big question. Are they going to take tires or not? If they do, then fuel doesn't become an issue.
Okay, I see. Yeah, so will anyone take the gamble? I have to say, if you're Brandon right now, knowing how quick you are, I think you stick out there, don't you, and put
play it safe. Yeah.
put new boots on and everything. And yeah, for Jackson, maybe under the cosh a little bit, the gamble might be worth it.
Well, we saw the tires fall off for Johnny at the 20 lap mark last race, so to stretch them all the way to 40,
slight mistake.
very difficult.
Sorry, Tony, slight mistake for Jackson. And Brandon's right with him now, but is he going to have a look? He does pull out right to the edge of the track. He brakes late. Going for that big cutback through the first corner, Alex. Just gets a big twitch on, doesn't he?
Yeah, huge. And yeah, that's what he needed, wasn't he? Sort of just like you say, the switch back there. And to make that work, got to get on the power early, and that's exactly what Brandon did. But just a little bit too aggressive.
Yeah. He'll have another chance, I think. 27 laps to go. Already 1/3 of the way through this race. It's flown by already, and as we thought it would be here. It's almost like 2 sprint races, Tony, really, for the drivers today.
Yeah, it is for sure. Very quick laps around here at 106.
One of the shortest laps that we go to on the calendar might be the shortest. Alex, what do you prefer? I mean, I know, excuse me, I know obviously you do, you enjoy the longer tracks like Suzuka, Road America, Spa, but do you prefer a race with longer laps where the laps where there's not as many laps, or the ones that are shorter laps where it seems to tick down quicker?
Yeah, I think I prefer the races that have longer laps, less of them.
Yeah.
I know when you hit, for me, like Interlagos first race of the season, it's like 70 laps, and you're just like, oh my god, 70 laps.
And then Spa is what, 44 laps, and
44. See, I don't mind. That's not too bad, and I think
that's a long time around there, though, mate. You could be driving around there for a long time, and 44 laps seems like an eternity.
But
it's a good thing we don't go to Singapore.
This is true. But Silver's, they're all about an hour and a half. They're all about the same, so the time-wise. But yeah, I just think, when you come, you've done 25 laps and you still got sort of 45 to go on some circuits. You're just like, oh my word. So.
Jackson pretty aggressive on the curbs there that time. That would have pleased Alex a little bit, and and stays in front of Johnny Brandon, and stays in front of him fairly comfortably. Dominic Gantar now, he's closing in just by 1/10 of a second, Tony, but you know, we know Gantar when he gets to the race, very, very consistent. He's a smooth driver out there. He's a bit like Jenson Button, and he just seems to get the job done.
He's eaten about 0.2 a lap off of Jackson for the last couple of laps. The other thing I see is Johnny's really using his tires up.
Oh!
What?
Well, Brandon using his tyres up. Oh, big time!
Oh man!
Massive twitch, under braking, and then back on the gas as well. And it was funny, Andrew. I'll come back to you in a second,
Sorry, I was
Tony.
watching Gantar. Sorry.
You mentioned about it being sort of like you mentioned Button. We just went on board, and actually Brandon's got a Jenson Button helmet duplicate sort of thing as well. It looks rather nice. And why not? Because his initials are JB, you know.
There you go. Not looking quite as smooth out there, I must
Well,
admit.
not
On the
so
last
much.
lap, but that was good.
Sorry, Tony.
No, it's quite all right. But as I said, Johnny's using his tires up, and we're only at lap 16, so he may need to cut this race in half, go in, get fuel, get a new set of boots, and get back at it.
Finding a way past Jackson isn't quite as easy as getting close to him, as we've said over the years millions of times. But the gaps, because it's such a short lap, Alex, the gaps between the drivers not really very big at all.
No,
In terms of the lap times.
Yeah, it's going to be quite close here. I expect to see obviously some lap traffic as well by the end, just because it's just so short. Well, not even by the end, but soon. I think not, you know, normal track it probably take another third of the race or so. But certainly can see it here.
Ev Docker up to 9th, by the way, and after the big jump start, Taliancic 12th. There's still 7.5 seconds between the two of them, so it's not working out for Michael at all, is it, Alex? After that pit stop on lap 1.
Yeah, no, unfortunately not.
Could he go to the end from there, Tony? Is that possible? Sorry.
It is possible to go to the end.
So he might not have to stop again, Alex. That might be the saving grace for him.
Yeah,
Whereas Ev Docker would have had to serve the penalty minus a stop, I believe.
Yeah, he'd really have to save a lot of fuel, but it would be possible, I think. I guess the real question is, when he did stop and go, did he take fuel at that time?
There's 4.2 seconds in the pit lane, so
Yeah,
could have been a splash,
probably
but not much. Yeah.
Sorry, mate. What were you saying? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's gone now. So back to
Oh!
Where?
No, just Brandon getting very close to Jackson on the braking in the final chicane.
Clyde Whiting, Lattimore having a little battle. Lattimore obviously moving himself back through after his pit stop. Got a shiny brand new car as well, Formula E style.
Ah, there you go. Getting the second one out of the garage. A bit wide for White in there through the old hairpin. Look how much he's lost just by going wide. So lost a second to him.
Just can't afford lockups, just so critical to how the car turns.
And that one corner, absolutely crazy that how much time you can lose. John Roberts is the next victim for Lattimore. He's in 14th place is John, but from 22nd on the grid. So good performance so far. Lap 18 of the lap 19 of the European PenPower V8 Supercar Championship, round 18 of the season at Donington Park. Just got this and one round, and that will be at the Nordschleife. That race is going to be a single race coming on the 2nd of December. 2-hour race around the Nordschleife. And Tony, are you going to be back for that one? That's the big question.
I'll be in Barbados.
Oh, of course. Well, there we go.
I'll be on the beach thinking of you.
It's going to be on the beach. Probably not watching the race. But a 2-hour race, Alex, around there. I'm not sure I fancy that, to be honest, in this car.
Yeah, no. Gonna be a tough one, I think.
challenging circuit. I mean, we've been looking drive around the circuit, and one thing you just do not realise the sheer amount of undulation. I mean, we know it's an undulating circuit, but until you get in a car and you're driven around, you really do not realise to what extent that is.
I think it's just one of those tracks that just tests you, doesn't it? Everywhere as well. So it's got to be so precise, hit your points, otherwise.
And that's not only because you get lost when you go there.
Well, yeah, this is true.
To be fair, even I get a tiny bit lost, and I've done hundreds of laps around there. Right then, into the old hairpin. Chris Jackson and Johnny Brandon definitely not lost. To be honest, Tony, with the 1 minute 6 second lap, they don't have time to get lost around here.
Well, they don't. Johnny's putting a lot of pressure on, but Doman's picked up 1 second over the last 4 laps. Every lap, he's a couple of tenths faster than both of them. So it'll be very interesting, a three-way battle very shortly.
Like you say, coming across the line. Another half a tenth closed in on that lap. Just over a tenth on Jackson. So yeah, this battle slowly coming together. That's what we wanted to see. And what else is going on further back as well? Kim Holter, very close to Victor, 5th and 6th. These guys have been pretty close for some time.
Yeah, it's a close battle going on out there, and Holter just dropped back a little, I think, on this lap from Morison, but Holter started in 17th and Morison started 4th, so it's a great run by Holter. And I've got to give a shout out really to Victor, Tony, because he's not traditionally been qualifying in the top 5, but he did qualify there. Qualified in 3rd, and running in the top 5 here is pretty good.
Yes, he has been very steady of late. Been putting in a lot of practice, and Johnny Brandon's making a move.
Here we go for the lead then, side by side. Oh, contact, and Jackson is through, but Brandon, he's not quite through because Brandon's still there. Jackson realises it gives him a bit of room, goes onto the grass, and can barely contain the Holden Commodore. He can't contain it at the old hairpin, and Brandon's into the lead.
Yeah,
and Ganser is through as well. Yeah.
So he just overcooked it, didn't he? Just didn't get on the brakes early enough for the old hairpin. Really pushing too hard, and
he was out of control before that, wasn't he? Down the curves, he was just a bit hot into that left-hander, wasn't he? Could not control the car. Couldn't get it stopped.
I think Chris should take his pit stop now and his fast repair and get back out there.
Get rid of those tyres, Tony, exactly. Right. To the national chicane once more. Oh, the other train of thought, Tony, is he tries to stick with Gantar and see if he can just get pulled along and still be in this group.
It's a possibility, sure.
Would you come into the pits then, do you think?
I think I'd be in the pits, get my tires. There's 16 laps to go yet, and see if I could pound out some real quick ones before they pit.
Well, the undercut would work here, Alex, and
yeah,
you know,
I was going to say, 7/10 of a second, they're roughly slower, half a second maybe, for Brandon that lap, even though they were battling. So, I mean, there's not been a huge amount of drop-off, but there's still been enough that, if you pounded in a few laps, like 4 or 5 laps, and the guy stayed out, you might just get to the front. And, track position is key at the end of the day. It's not the easiest place to overtake. And, if you can gain a second and a half, you might just get that lead back, and then it's all about trying to defend again for the remaining laps. And everybody continues.
Jackson's staying out. Looks to me that it looks like he's got some damage to the rear of the car, Alex, as well.
He has, yeah, the rear left, so I don't know quite where that was. I'm guessing somewhere on lap 1.
Or it could have been going through the grass, could it?
I wouldn't have thought so. No, I wouldn't have thought so.
Bounced
I
along
think,
pretty heavily.
yeah, I would have thought that was from lap 1.
Okay then, so we've just got 16 laps to go here at Donington Park, the penultimate round of the season in the PenPower European V8 Supercar Championship. Andrew Woodhouse, Alex Simpson, Tony Klusterman with you for Apex Racing TV. And, well, Alex, like I say, short race here today. We've seen our fair share of excitement so far and quite some strange happenings.
Yeah, I heard someone, sorry, just making a mistake in the final chicane, but just in front of the leaders, but unfortunately, fortunately, didn't connect them. So,
But unfortunately,
I'm always hoping for the worst. Just saying, come on, I rank the leaders, let's get an unusual winner. But no, I don't mean that at all. Perez doing well in 4th. We haven't really brought him up on screen at all this race, so I thought it was about time we give him some airtime. So doing a good job out there.
Moving away from Morijon. Well, I say that Morijon on that last lap was quicker by 7/10, so Perez had built up a good advantage over him, but Perez started 3rd, Morijon started 4th. Well, to keep those positions, of course, on the 9-car reverse grids.
And if I may, Perez has been doing very, very well here. I've raced with him in one of the Spanish leagues, and he's showing good speed. And he's got a comfortable 4 seconds over Victor Morjan right now as well.
Yeah, and I mean, again, there's plenty of laps left for Morjan, but it's going to be difficult to see him getting close to Perez. We will see that. Kim Holter is 0.2 of a second slower than Victor is at the moment. Holter starting 17th. Steve LaValle is in P7.
People coming out of the pits.
Who have we got?
I think it was
Holter's in as well. Holter's in.
Bingham was one of them.
So Holter's in from P6. Yeah, Bingham's in 12th. Oh, and Bingham's off. That's what he is. Oh, he's back on. Oh dear. Almost back on in front of the leaders. He did well to arrest that momentum. Quite a few in the pits now. So if Docker is in for the 2nd time, Bembic in, Bogachev in, and Holter has finished the stop. Will Holter get out in front of Latimore? It's going to be very close. And that's a no. So Latimore through. And I thought Holter might have been a little generous there, Alex. I don't know. It's very difficult to get this car working coming out of the pits, though.
Just going to have a quick look at it on the pits, see how they exit, because, yeah. Latimore, a massive moment as well. Coming out of the final chicane. I think you're right. Far too generous.
Yeah.
Should have dived in and covered that.
Across.
Yeah, covered that off.
Yeah.
You run the risk of obviously being hit from behind, but I think, that was kind of like after you, sir.
Battle between Bogachev and Evdoka. Coming through Coppice, and Evdoka's got a nice run here, Tony. Going to try it into the chicane, I think.
Sorry,
Brakes.
that wasn't
Yeah.
watching.
Oh no, Nikolai locked up, ran wide, Alex over the curb, and it's lost a second or so. Now into the pits comes Gantar and Brandon, the 2 leaders.
Jackson
into the
stays out.
pits.
Let's see what they do.
Jackson staying out, but again, it may mean less fuel to be taken, but we'll see if that's going to make much of a difference.
My
Who's gonna have the better pit stop? Sorry.
My discussion with Chris yesterday. I think he was going to try and stretch it out as long as possible and just take it.
Gantar's taking it. Gantar's taking the lead.
11.6 second stop, absolutely nailed it. So
He's
let's
done
hope
it
it's
in the
good for the
pits.
fuel.
Gantar has done it in the pits. Brilliant.
Is that tyres v no tyres there, Tony? Would you think?
I would think no.
11.6 and then 14 seconds for Johnny Brandon. So
Is it as quick a tyre change as that? Is it?
14 seconds would be tires, yes.
yeah, there you go.
Right, so that's gonna. The track position is Gantaz. The advantage might still be Johnny Brandon's. And if you're Gantar now, only having made up a small amount of time, Alex, are you already beginning to regret not taking tyres?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he knew that, you know, he was Right, we're sorry about that. Yeah, a little technical issue. Don't know quite what happened to Discord, but it's kind of thrown us out.
I wonder if it's something similar to what happened with Clyde Whiting when he disappeared. Because does he on the Discord server or something like that?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what's gone on. Anyway, we're back. We're on TeamSpeak. We're commentating again, and it's coming through, I believe. If the guys on the chat could just confirm for us that
it's working.
They can hear us.
Working, mate.
But yeah, back over to you, mate, and the race. And sorry to Tony. If you know our TeamSpeak details, by all means, come and join us here. we'll get you in.
But the funny thing is that Clive Whiting tried to overtake John Roberts, disappeared as he went up the inside, and then we got kicked out of the commentary. So I wonder if it was something to do, like I say, with that. So and then he returned in the middle of John Roberts' car. I have no idea what on earth happened there, but technical issues. It makes the race. This race has been a strange one. It's been interesting. Are we sure it's not Halloween again, mate? There's some strange goings on.
Yeah, something weird, isn't there?
Something's happening out there.
Fortunately, we have backup servers, so we're back up and running anyway.
We are literally back up and backed up. And Peter Bingham off in front of the leaders, which will please Johnny Brandon no end, I'm sure. And Brandon's now in the lead, so we missed that as well. Thanks to the thanks to the outage.
Yeah, apologies for that. Hopefully it was caught on the stream.
Yeah, Johnny Brandon into the lead then, and with those new tyres, Alex, surely that's going to be done and dusted for him.
Yeah, I would think so. I think he'll just pull away here. There's only 7 laps to go.
Gantar, I mean, it was unlikely that Gantar was going to pass him on the track, but you would have gambled on yourself maybe to do that with new tyres, wouldn't you? Maybe. Because I'm not sure they were far enough apart to justify the track position change.
I think it would have made sense for Gantar to do that as well, because he was catching them up, so get in as well, take the tyres. So right now he's obviously at a bit of a disadvantage.
Because for me, if it was say if he was 5 seconds behind, and he could have saved maybe 6 seconds or 7 seconds by not taking tyres, and he would have come out in front, then I would have gone, that was a good decision. But he was literally half a second behind him, wasn't he? And jumped him, so he could have jumped him in the pits anyway, taking tyres. Potentially, couldn't he? So
I think it'd have been close, but he could have
done it. It would have been possible. Is what I'm saying. It's very interesting how it all plays out with the strategy anyway. Brandon ahead of Gantar, but now it's 17.5 seconds for Chris Jackson. That speeding penalty really does scupper his afternoon. Perez in 4th, and this is helping Perez as well, Alex, because Morozon is in a lot of traffic, and the gap is much more than 2 seconds at the moment.
Yeah, Latimore looking good.
Just behind.
Yeah, running quite a bit quicker, 0.6 of a second quicker the last time by. What do they do this time? It's 106.982, and another 0.6 basically. So yeah, looking very, very good now that he's got that car. Michael's had another pit stop, so he couldn't quite manage to survive it. He's in 10th. Having a look at the points.
He's going to be quick now, though, mate.
Yeah, very. I mean, 450 points is what we're looking at to see whether or not he's won it. But then we don't know the situation on the drops, so I don't think we can actually declare him as a champion today, unfortunately.
Now, the one thing that I will say, which unfortunately we don't have Tony here to confirm that, is, are there less points available next week, given the fact that we're only doing one race, or are all the points being given for one race?
No, I can give you the points as well. It's 450 points for an endurance race. So, which is exactly the same as it is if you win both the sprint and the feature race tonight. So.
Oh, Taliancic side by side with Levalle. That's a close battle going down the back straight towards the national chicane. Taliancic up the inside. Getting stopped for the national chicane, he can indeed.
Yeah, no problems there.
That's liberal use of the curbs there. Bogachev is right behind them as well. Not quite close enough for a look at the moment. Gantar's got it back down to less than 0.4 of a second, Alex. 106.0 on the last lap.
Yeah, doing.
And in fact,
well.
That's almost his fastest lap of the race. It's very, very close to it. And he got a great exit from the final chicane there.
Doesn't want to give up. He's got a bit between his teeth, hasn't he?
He's got the advantage of the slipstream as well, which isn't too bad in the V8 Supercar. Oh, he's thinking about it from a long way back. But look how good on the brakes he is. Look at the advantage he seems to have, Alex, at this point. Suddenly, it's turned around again, hasn't it?
Crazy,
course-
really. I would have thought Brandon would have just run away with this.
But of course, Gantar's in the rhythm of the same set of tyres, isn't he? That he's been on since the first lap of the race. And maybe Brandon's going through that phase of that every single set of tyres pretty much goes through where they're a bit rubbish. Maybe he can't quite get the... and now he's compromised into Coppis and Peachman again. He's interfering with the race. Get off the circuit, my friend.
Don't hold back, cool you today.
Well,
I'm with
you tell me. Yeah.
I'm with you. We've got Tony onto our TeamSpeak server. Let's bring him in.
The leaders are coming through and he's dithering about like an idiot again. Sorry about that. Oh, and he's nearly crashing again. Dear me. And the thing is, we've seen him driving quite a lot in this series over the time that we've covered it, and he's been okay. So what is sudden brain farts? I've absolutely no idea. Anyway, back to the front. We've got Tony Klusterman with us. Tony, can you hear us?
I can. I finally got back.
Welcome back. Brandon and Gantar are having a good battle here, and Brandon just hit Carsten Peachman, who was again just being a bit of a cucumber, wasn't he? Again, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening today with Carsten. He's normally very good and respectful, and certainly not like him today.
He's normally a decent driver. I don't know really what's happening, but anyway. Enough about that. Let's focus on the battle for the lead, because there's only 1 and a bit laps to go. But it seems like almost Alex Gantar just couldn't quite capitalise, could he, on that?
That was his opportunity, I think, wasn't it? So
well, he wasn't sure whether maybe he'd end up getting crashed, himself if he'd have tried it. So getting involved in the accident. Final lap, then white flag is in the air at Donington Park. And what an amazing race this has been, an absolutely crazy one. And we're still, on the last lap, we've still got 2 cars within a second of each other. It's looking like Johnny Brandon's going to take the win. Yeah, it's looking like he's going to do the double here at Donington. And that small reverse grid, Alex, it's definitely helped out. He did start 9th, and that's how many were reversed, of course.
yeah, made a big difference. I think much harder to come through from the back. We had a fall not too long ago, and that was very difficult for the drivers. So this has helped, but great drive as we jump on board with him for the final couple of corners.
Here we go then, just the national chicane to go. He's just got to negotiate this. Don't panic, don't do anything silly. Through he comes, and it's going to be Johnny Brandon again. Doubles up at Donington. Dom and Gantar in second place. A good effort by him.
Great drive from Gantar, considering he didn't take tyres. Here comes Jackson.
He very nearly pulled it back, didn't he?
Even with his penalty that he got, comfortably in third as well. Perez coming through the final corner.
But you can't take anything away there from Johnny Brandon. What a fantastic performance. And double race victory, Tony. And 450 points in the bag. It's a shame he hasn't done the full season, because he might be a contender for the championship.
Well, he'll definitely be a force to reckon with next year. Very impressed with Johnny in the first few races he's been with us. Two wins today. Doman ran a very, very good race as well. But you're right, a race of a number of incidents that really started off right on the grid. So interesting race for sure.
Michael Taliancic, Alex, coming home in 8th place. And behind Lattimore, so it's going to be pretty close in terms of the points.
Actually, I think Michael will have stretched his lead out with the results from the first race, so he's in good shape for the championship, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think we can declare him as champion, but yeah, you're right. He's looking very, very good now. Just needs to turn up, I think, doesn't he, the next round, and he should be collecting that trophy.
I think that would be about it.
Yep. All right, then let's take you through the finishing order then at Donington for round 18 of 19 this season. Johnny Brandon takes the win by half a second over Dom and Gantar. Chris Jackson in third, with Andres Perez in a very solid 4th position. Steve Lattimore ended up in 5th after being hit at the first corner and facing the wrong way. That's a pretty good performance. as is 6th for Victor Morozon, 7th for Kim Holter, 10 positions gained, and 8th for Michael Taliancic. Well, it all looked to go wrong. He was hit up the rear by Michael Evdoka. Evdoka did, Taliancic did beat Evdoka in the end to 8th place. Steve Lavallee in 10th. Nikolai Bogacharev gained 12 positions and finished on the lead lap in 11th. Warmingham was the first of the cars a lap down, along with Peter Bingham, Martin Carroll, Anthony Woodward, John Roberts, Katie Taranto, Clyde Whiting, Carsten Peachman, Johan Venter, Igor Benbick, Ronald Moons, Bill Switzer, Anna McNally, Klaus Winter, and Steve Phillips also retired from the race. Have a quick look then. I believe, Alex, that's all we've got time for here tonight. But
yeah, we won't get any interviews,
great
unfortunately, because we're on TeamSpeak and not Discord. I don't know what happened there. It just threw us out. I mean, I don't know what happened to you, Tony. One of my PCs could see everybody, and the other one only saw me and Woody.
Yeah, we all kind of disappeared at the same time. It was weird.
Oh, okay. So yeah, problems with the Discord server. It would appear. But yeah, throw it back to you then, Mr. Woodhouse. We'll wrap up the show.
The thrilling meeting, Alex, and yeah, brilliant stuff. Always great to work with you, and thanks for Tony for giving up one of the rare free Saturday evenings to come and see us.
Thanks, guys.
Enjoy Barbados.
Barbados.
Not jealous
You
at all.
lucky. Never mind. Yeah. Cheers, Tony.
Take care, guys.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching here on Apex Racing TV. Once again, like I say, we apologise for the technical glitches, but rest assured we'll be back to normal for the final round of the season. That's going to come to you from the Nordschleife. So from all of us at Apex Racing TV, this has been a presentation of the European PenPower V8 Supercar Championship, and we will see you all on Monday night for the World GT Championship.